כן, ג'ק טאפר הוא אחד המגישים והכתבים הבכירים של CNN. הוא סיקר פה את האירוע, ובמהלך ראיון שהוא קיים עם יעל, שהאחיין שלה, אופיר, בן 17, נחטף, הוא לא הצליח לעצור את עצמו. הנה קטע ששודר לפני כשבועיים.
If you could talk to those who took Ophir, what would you say to them?
I don't have words in English or in Hebrew or in any other human language to describe what we're going through, and I don't think I have anything to say to them, but bring him home, let us hug him again, let us be safe.
He reminds me of my son. He looks like my son. Yael, thanks for talking to us.
בימים האחרונים ג'ק טאפר עם צוות גדול של CNN נמצא כאן בישראל, עוקב אחר מה שקורה. בערב שוחחתי איתו. ערב טוב, ג'ק.
Thank you.
You've been covering here with a large group of CNN officials this war. Do you think it will end with the declared goal of dismantling Hamas?
I'm not exactly sure what the exact end game is. The goal seems vague enough for me to not have a precise answer to your question.
You know, Jack, is it Israel war alone? Because we've seen an organization affiliated with Iran targeting American bases in the Middle East. There's a lot of threats of Islamic groups to the United States. Do you think it's Israel war alone? Or do you see the United States practically involved in this regional war?
Well, I mean, President Biden has certainly sent a number of American troops to the region, and they're there, I think, specifically as a warning to Iran. I mean, I don't think the aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean, the United States show of force, are there for Hamas. I think they're there specifically as a sign of force for Iran and for the proxies of Iran, like Hezbollah and others. So I wouldn't say that Israel is alone in that sense.
You know, we've all seen you covering this story, and we've seen you moved personally during a conversation with a woman that her cousin is kidnapped to Gaza. We've covering the Middle East and the war and the terror for decades. Have you ever seen such an atrocity as we've seen from Hamas in this case?
No, what happened on October 7th was certainly shocking. Obviously, just as a factual matter, it was the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. I think that's something that most people can agree was just an absolute stunning and appalling moment.
And do you think that this is changing the rules that we were used to in the Middle East?
The question is, how would any country react? How would any country in the world react when the government of the country next door sends an armed group into Israel that kills 1,400 individuals, most of them civilians? Even if you don't think what the IDF is doing right now is the correct response, what is? And I think that question is a fair one.
Yeah, and this is a very good question. I don't think that we have an answer. And thank you very much for sharing. Jack Tapper, an anchor, the chief correspondent of CNN in Washington. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.